Good evening, fuckers. Now, on Friday, I did a live stream, and relatively early on in that live stream, there was a comment left by Jim from the Jim Plays channel, in which he stated that he was, well, he did seem quite surprised that I had the Polo figurine here. I'll just let you know now, the chances are I'm going to keep referring to them as bobbleheads because I'm just so used to the Elite Dangerous thing. So whenever I say bobbleheads, I mean figurines, okay? Yeah. Yeah, so he was asking, is that a Gek figurine bobblehead that you have on your ship? And yeah, the answer is yes, it is. All of my ships have it. And it got me thinking, okay, he clearly doesn't know why I have it. And I thought, well, shall I do a video to explain it? And then I thought, well, I better not, because it might be that he's the only one who's not aware of it, and it's going to basically look like I'm doing a video saying, oh, what a fucking dickhead, he doesn't know this. So I made a poll on the channel, and it got 10 replies, which by my standards is a lot. And 9 of those replies were from people who wanted me to do a video. 8 of them had no idea about this secret upgrade. This is available for all ships, including your living ship. So here I am. So obviously it is referring to not just the Polo figurine, who's right here, but all 6 of the figurines. And it's also connected to each of the Starship trail colours. So, I mean, you look at this here, there are 13 slots, 13 with technology slots taken up with Starship trail colours and figurines. And you could be thinking, what a fucking waste, because all they are decoration. Well, that would certainly be the case if they were just decoration. But no, they're not. They all have an additional advantage. And, yeah, they all help your ship in some way, shape or form. Now, 3 of my ships only have 12 fitted. They only have 5 of the bobbleheads, not all 6. Those 3 ships are the Sentinel ship, the Solar ship, and the Starborn Runner. The reason they don't have all of them, first of all I can tell you it's the Nada figurine that they don't have. And the reason they don't is because they all have an additional technology module fitted as standard in those 3 ships. In the case of the Sentinel ship, it's the harmonic brain interface, which doesn't do anything, but you've got to have it there to be able to use it. So it means that the Sentinel ship, even though you can have up to 60 technology slots, you can only have 59 that are actually usable, because this harmonic brain interface is going to use up one of the slots. With the Solar ship, it's the Vesper sail, which yeah, you can't remove. It's an integral part of the Solar ship. It's the sails. They provide a huge bonus. They are the reason why that ship is by a distance the most fuel efficient ship in the game, and they also play their part in why that ship is the fastest ship in the game, while you're travelling in space, and they also allow your ship to refuel the launch thrusters while you are flying around. So yeah, they are a really good module. Even if you could remove them, you would not want to. And then with the Starborn Runner, it comes with the Photonics Core pulse drive upgrade, which long-term players of this game may remember that the Photonics Core used to be a standard upgrade for every ship. For some reason it got removed, and now the Starborn Runner is the only ship that has it. In the case of that one, you can actually remove the Photonics Core from the Starborn Runner. There's no reason whatsoever to do that, but you can do. It's certainly not worth removing it in order to fit the NADA figurine, for reasons I will go into in a bit. But the other 6 ships in my fleet have all of the all the figurines and 7 of the Starship Trail colours. There are more Starship Trail colours available if you do some of the old expeditions, if they ever come back. If that is the case, I may add a couple of them. I mean, the rocket launcher and its upgrade I really don't need, so I could get shot of those, but there's a good chance I'm going to get shot of those anyway, because when the Worlds Part 2 upgrade comes along and we have the new colour drive coming in after the cadmium, the emerald, the indium, and we're getting what is very likely to be called the Atlantidium drive. So I'm going to need an extra space, so yeah, good chance that the old rocket launcher and large rocket tubes are going bye-bye, because I never use the things, so there's really no point in me having them. Anyway, down to the business at hand. So yeah, why do I have all of these things fitted? As I say, they may look like they are purely decoration, they are not. I think there's a bit of a clue actually that shows you they are not just decoration, which is that you only see one of the bobbleheads at any time, and if you have the Polo bobblehead, then that's going to be the one that you see. The order in which they are, yeah, there's an order coded into the game, and yeah, basically if you've got the Polo one there, it's always going to be that one shown. It's the same with the Starship Trail colours. If you have all 7 here that I've got, if you have all of those fitted, the one that it always shows, yeah, is the chromatic one. The one that I'd rather it didn't show, but there you go. So the big question, what do they do? Well, I can illustrate it by as I remove each of them. Some actually it's easier to spot than others. So the NADA figurine, which is the one that yeah, 3 of my ships don't have, because it's probably the least useful of all of the bonuses. What this one does is reduces the fuel consumption of your launch thrusters, which is fine, but there's a good chance that by the time you've got that figurine fitted, you'll also have the launch auto charger fitted, so your launch thrusters are always going to be automatically refueling themselves anyway. So reducing the amount of fuel that the launch thrusters uses, it's really not a big deal, you know. And that's why, say, 3 of my ships don't have it. There's a good chance that the other 6 won't have it for, you know, fairly soon. The next one is the Atlas figurine. Now this one, and I'll be able to illustrate this. If you look at the ship stats there, this increases your hyperdrive range. So if I remove it, you'll notice the hyperdrive range went down. So it's currently at 2811. We install it, 2920. So they add a reasonable amount. I think it's like 5%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you've got a decent hyperdrive range, then yeah, it's adding a good bit. So the next one is null. Now null here, he improves your shield strength. So yeah, shield strength here is at 324.9. refit him, it's up to 327.3. Now it doesn't sound like it's made a hell of a lot of difference there. It's added, was it 2.4? But bearing in mind that right, the X-Class shield upgrades I've got here, the best is 36. But the difference between the S-Class shield upgrade here, which is always 30, and the best X-Class shield upgrade, which is 38%, improves your shield strength by less than the amount you'll get from having null added to your technology slots here. So it's worthwhile. It certainly makes a far bigger difference than the tiny amount there would have you think it does. Next is Apollo, and now Apollo's one doesn't actually appear on any of the stats. If I take it off, none of them changed. But what he does is he adds to your ship's damage potential, and it's right across the board. It doesn't matter what weapon you're using or what weapon type, whatever. If you're using a Starship weapon, the damage output is increased by having the Apollo figurine there. That's quite a useful one. In fact, with the exception of Nada here, they've all been quite useful. And that's only going to improve. Now, those four are all basically all individual. They have no adjacency bonuses. The last two do. So these two you want to keep together. So Polo here, he increases your ship's speed and its manoeuvrability. If I take him off, check the manoeuvrability there, it's currently at 1320, it drops to 1234. Now that is obviously including adjacency bonuses, which Polo gets from Artemis and from the Starship trails. So you want him touching as many of these as you possibly can. Artemis here, he improves your ship's manoeuvrability. Not by as much as Polo, but yeah, removing him, it's down to 1299. Put him back on, it's back to 1320. So it's still adding 21 there, which is a good amount. So yeah, two that add to your ship's maneuverability, but Polo, like I say, also adds to your ship's top speed. And then with regards to the Starship trails, these again add to your ship's top speed. And clearly, from the fact that A, I've got more than one of them, and B, you can see adjacency bonuses on every single one, those effects stack. So if you get 7 of them here plus Polo, your ship is going to be moving at a pretty healthy rate compared to without it. And I can illustrate that if I take all of these off. Okay, so I've got no speed bonuses from any of my bobbleheads or the Starship trails, Then we launch. See what speed we get here. So full speed I'm doing 3005. Not exactly shabby. If a ship is doing over 3000 with you know, the boost, it's all right. So quickly land again. And we will refit these. Okay, so they're all back on. We'll launch again and we'll see what the ship boost speed is now. So now its top speed under boost is 3099, so just shy of 3100. It's not a bad speed boost. So yeah, the figurines and the Starship trail colours, they are not just decoration. They do genuinely have a use, and it is pretty fucking good use. So much so that all of my ships have, well, all bar nada, yeah, all of these fitted. Okay, short and sweet. Now go away.